Hey, what's up, guys? We're the Chain Lift. I'm Adam. He's Mark. This is another coaster spotlight video. And in these videos, we highlight one specific roller coaster. We talk about the history, the statistics, and then at the end, we give our overall rating of the ride on a scale of 1 to 10 using our cool rating system with Coaster Boy.
There he is.
There he is.
He's gone.
But this is a special episode. This is the first episode where we're having a guest give their rating of the ride because we actually haven't rode it yet, and that ride is Twisted Timbers, which is a brand new RMC roller coaster at King's Dominion in Doswell, Virginia.
That's right.
It just opened about a week and a half ago, and we have our good friend Angelo Giles here to give us his thoughts about the ride in just a minute. We're going to give you the stats first, but he's going to give us his thoughts on the ride and his rating of the ride at the end of the video.
That's right. And just to go over what we know, the ride was formerly Hurler, as we all know.
Which I love. Love Hurler.
Yeah. It was opened in 1994.
Yeah.
Themed to Wayne's World. They even had like the Stan Makita donuts. The whole deal. And we're huge Wayne's World fans.
Yes,
so it was swing.
But
of course, the ride is what it is. So RMC came in with their iBox track.
With their magic, yeah.
Yes, they made it taller, faster, a little bit longer.
Inverted.
Yes.
In a few spots.
It's 111 feet.
Yep.
The drop is 109 feet with a top speed of 54 miles per hour, 3 inversions, and a length of 3,351 feet. And with that, I think we'll kick it off to Angelo. And Angelo, I guess what's your impressions of the ride, maybe the outside of it and on it?
All right, so what's going on, guys? I'm Angelo here, and you all know me from doing all like the coasters and current updates. But so yeah, this ride, well, it first off was definitely going slow, and one of like the problems that I really saw it like when it first started was definitely that is it went slower than expected. And again, it was like 30 degrees during media day in that morning. And I think it was like, it started at 5 in the morning, like the media day. And they got on the ride at like, I think maybe 10:45 or whatever. But it definitely was going off slow. And I went at Paso to preview night, of course. And you guys saw like the first ride or whatever. But at night, it's a different experience. This first off, that was my first ride, and all I can say, it was definitely going fast. But I really enjoyed it. Like, it's a bunch of airtime. It's just an airtime coaster. It's ejector on those hills, and I really enjoyed it. So
it's great. So what would you say is your favorite element of the ride? Is it the drop with the inversion? Is it that really cool airtime hill after the first turnaround?
The airtime looks insane on this ride. That's what I was most impressed with the looks of this ride, is all the airtime that it has.
Yeah, definitely. I would say like the barrel drop gives you a lot of hang time if you sit in the front, but I would probably say my favorite part of the ride is going to be that outer bank turn. That was just crazy. It felt like someone was like whipping you, and then just turning you the other direction. It's crazy how it just yanks you like that.
Yeah.
But that whole part with the trick track and everything feels amazing. So
another thing I was really impressed about with the ride is how well they did the theming, and I haven't seen. I know you did a video about the queue, which shows some of the theming, but overall, what are your thoughts about how they did the theming?
Okay, so the theming on me, I think it was good. I was glad to see that finally like Cedar Fair put more theming into the rides. It's not that like Kings Dominion definitely has theming on their rides, such as like Volcano and Flight of Fear and all that. But I think Twisted Timbers really like put it to the point where like we saw something different with the ride, and finally they put stuff into the grounds and whatnot. And I know it's kind of like a little copy off of Mystic Timbers,
yeah, a little bit.
It still was a good look. Yeah. Like the shed and everything, that was pretty much a copycat. But the theming overall, it was good. But there's this like random tractor right before you enter the station. So I don't know. But it was good. I enjoyed it.
I was actually impressed that they were able to make that station, which I thought was ugly when it was Hurler, make it look kind of, pretty cool actually, with the big Twisted Timbers sign on top of it. Because before when it was Hurler, it was just like a big gray box. So they did a good job at least
Yeah, I mean,
reusing it.
and yeah, what they apparently they said the station isn't like done yet, and it's supposed to be completed soon. Like they're supposed to be finishing like the theming on the
Oh,
inside, but yeah, the paint. I think like they're keeping that rustic feel
yeah,
though. I kind of like it. It looks pretty
yeah,
cool. So
yeah. I think overall it looks really cool. They did a good job. I mean, RMC. I was
mm,
skeptical that they could do what they could do with Hurler, but it looks like a really 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 good coaster. So
yeah, I would say like one problem that I saw with like the ride though is that it's had a lot of downtime. Like downtime, probably like lightning rod downtime.
Wow.
And
oh geez,
yeah,
already.
just last yeah, and they're only running like one train usually during operation now because like
Huh.
the blue train has been having a lot of problems lately. So just like keep that in mind if you want to go, it's gonna have those days where it's like down and it just goes back up
Right.
out of nowhere. So yeah,
Well, hopefully they get the kinks worked out. Maybe it's just because it's early in the season and it's new, but
hmm
hopefully in the next month or two they have it rolling, full steam ahead.
yeah. Last week, in fact, they had the like brakes burned during the brake run,
Wow.
and yeah, so the ride went. It had a crazy bad smell, and the ride basically went down for the rest of the night. It happened around like 7 or 8 o'clock, I think.
Oh geez.
Yeah.
Uh, I was
So
gonna ask you about the locker situation too.
oh yeah, so the locker problem. Yeah, I made a whole video about this, but the problem with the lockers is just the $2 every 2 hours. It's not so much that I have a problem with paying the money for it because I want to keep my stuff safe and out of the way and whatnot. It does help with faster operations. I've noticed that for both Intimidator, Flight of Fear, and Twisted Timbers. I've noticed the difference for all like the operations for that. But overall, it's not hard. It's not bad, but I would say they need to work on that though.
With $2 a pop, I mean that does add up though.
Oh yeah, they're banking off of that.
That's why you wear cargo
Yeah.
shorts.
Cargo shorts and a fanny pack if you're not afraid.
So another question I have is, I know you did a video about the merchandise. There's a lot of us coaster enthusiasts are big merchandise guys.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
What'd you think about the merchandise and like what kinds of things do they have?
Definitely, Cedar Fair usually has great merchandise anyway, but honestly, this one was better than probably Intimidators. They had pillows, pajamas, they even had like
Wow.
hoodies and whatnot. And they had a North Face jacket for $190, but they
Oh,
definitely
who's
they went
buying
all
that?
I
out.
know.
They went all out this year though, so I was very happy with it. But it is expensive, so if you want to get twisted, it comes with the price. Just know that.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah. And another thing I was gonna say is the trains that they RMC made for this ride are really cool looking too. They look like a rusty truck in the front.
Oh yeah. So I really enjoyed the theming on the train itself was just great. And the one problem or one like disadvantage that I didn't really like about that was that the lights didn't cut on. But other than that, I enjoyed it. The look of it looks great. It goes with the ride perfectly. I personally like
Yeah.
the green train better, and I think it goes just a little bit faster than the blue one. But yeah, the
Huh.
trains they also have handles now, so if people were
Oh
wondering
yeah, I've
that,
heard
yeah,
about that. Yeah.
they're in a really weird spot. But overall, I like to keep my hands up on the ride. It definitely makes you want to put your
Yeah.
hands
Oh
up.
yeah.
But they do have handles for people who want them. So,
All right. I guess are you
mm.
ready to rate it? Scale of 1 to 10. What would you give Twisted Timbers?
I'm gonna say after riding it over 30 plus times now, I'd have to
Wow.
give this probably 8.5 Coaster Boys.
All
So
right.
That's
yeah,
pretty good.
I really enjoyed this ride. It's just airtime like crazy.
Yeah. That's a great score. 8.5.
Yeah, it was a very smooth ride. I enjoyed it, and yeah.
Would you rank it as far as the coasters at King's Dominion?
Oh, so I probably would say definitely. I think overall the coaster in the park is it moved to like number two for me. It was number three, but the reason why it changed was because Volcano. I got like one rough ride on Volcano this year, so it went down to number three. But definitely a number two in the park. It can't be Intimidator for me. I'm sorry, but Intimidator is just the perfect combination with airtime and intensity.
Yeah, Intimidator is definitely a great coaster. We went to King's Dominion about 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, and we were able to ride it like 4 or 5 times, and yeah, we loved it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I rode it over like 100 times now.
I'm sure you have.
That's awesome.
Well, I guess to leave it off, why don't you tell everybody where they can find you and all that fun stuff?
Oh, yeah, so you guys can follow me on Instagram at Angelo Giles, no slashes or dashes in between, just Angelo Giles. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at the Angelo Giles 1, and be sure to subscribe to my channel for more content. It'll be in the link in the description below, and hopefully I'll be down in the comments with you guys.
Thank you so much for being our first guest on
That's
the
right.
chain lift, and to make sure that you check out Angelo Giles' YouTube page, because there's a lot of great Twisted Timber footage on there, and if you want to see like the merchandise, the queue, the locker situation, everything, nighttime POVs, there's a lot of good content on there, so make sure you check that out.
That's right. And the pleasure's all of ours, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much. I enjoyed being here.
Make sure you subscribe to our page at the Chain Lift. Leave some comments below if you've been on Twisted Timbers. Let us know what you would rank it. And I think that's everything.
That's right.
Yep. Thanks again to Angelo. And
We'll see
we
you
will
guys next
see you
time.
next time. Goodbye.